Hi friends, we are going to look into the potential formulation. What are the Maxwell's equations? By now you must have learned them, right? They are del bar dot E bar is equal to rho upon epsilon naught, del bar dot B bar is equal to 0, del cross E is equal to minus del B bar by del T, and del cross B is equal to mu naught J bar plus epsilon naught mu naught del E bar by del T. Now in electrostatics we had del cross E is equal to 0, and from that we got E is equal to minus del bar V, right? Where V is the scalar potential. But in electrodynamics, here you can see that del cross E is not equal to 0. That would mean that E is not equal to minus del V here. Okay, but del dot V is 0 here, just like in magnetostatics, and that we got B is equal to del bar cross A bar, right? We got this when del bar dot B bar is equal to 0. Here also del dot B is 0, so here B is equal to del cross A. This is right. As in magnetostatics we have same thing here also in electrodynamics. But what about this E now? To get E, consider this equation. Del cross E is equal to minus del B bar by del T. You understood what I am trying to say, right? In electrostatics, we had del cross E equals to 0, and from that we got E equals to minus del bar V, where V is the scalar potential. And in magnetostatics, we had del dot B equals to 0, from which we got B equals to del cross A, where A is the vector potential. These are the Maxwell's equations in our electrodynamics, right? And in electrodynamics, you can clearly see that del cross E is not equal to 0. That means E equals to minus del V here in electrodynamics is not possible. Also, here also we have del dot B equals to 0, just like in magnetostatics. So from this we do get B equals to del cross A. That we do get here, but we don't get this E equals to minus del V here. So what exactly do we get in electrodynamics? To see that, we are doing this. Del cross E equals to minus del V bar by del T. What is B? Is del cross A. So minus del by del T, del cross A. Take that here, we'll have del cross E plus del A bar by del T is equal to 0. So now instead of getting del cross E equals to 0, we have del cross E plus del A bar by del T equals to 0. This implied that E equals to minus del V. This will imply E plus del A bar by del T is equal to minus del V. Solving this, just take this to the right, we'll have minus del V minus del A bar by del T. This is the electric field in electrodynamics, and this is the magnetic field in both electrodynamics and magnetostatics. Thus, del dot E equals to rho upon epsilon naught, del dot B equals to 0 will give us B equals to del cross A, del cross E equals to minus del V bar by del T will give us E is equal to minus del bar V minus del A bar by del T, and the fourth equation remains as it is. So from the second equation we get this B, from the third equation we get E. What about the first and the fourth equation? Take the first equation and put, instead of E, put this value minus del V minus del A bar by del T. This entire thing equals to rho upon epsilon naught. We will get del squared V plus del by del T of del bar dot A bar is equal to minus rho upon epsilon naught. Similarly, in this fourth equation, put the value of B, that is del cross A, and in E put this value. We will get del squared A bar minus epsilon naught mu naught del squared A bar upon del T squared minus del bar dot A bar plus epsilon naught mu naught del V by del T is equal to minus mu naught J bar. Now we have two conditions. First is the Coulomb gauge condition, and according to this condition we have del bar dot A bar is equal to 0. The second condition is the Lorentz gauge condition, and according to this we have del bar dot A bar, it's not Lorentz exactly, it's Lorentz. Del bar dot A bar is equal to this term. Del bar dot A bar is equal to minus epsilon naught mu naught del B by del T. These gauges are just two of many gauges, but what exactly is a gauge, or what exactly is a gauge transformation? A gauge transformation, simply put, is a transformation which does not affect the electric and magnetic field, but the scalar potential and the vector potential will change. This type of transformation is called as gauge transformation. That is, the new E dash will be equal to E and B dash will be equal to B, but A and V here will change. That is, A dash will be equal to A plus del lambda and V dash is equal to V minus del lambda by del T. This lambda is called as the gauge function. Just remember this. You can directly use the formulas in the problems. It is very easy. You can see that when we change A and V, E and B will not change. I'll prove that to you. I'll solve that for you. Let's first check whether B changes or not. We have B is equal to del bar cross A bar, right? Now we'll find B dash, that will be equal to del bar cross A dash, this new vector potential. We'll have del cross A dash will be A plus del lambda. A plus del lambda, that will be del cross A plus del cross del lambda, that is gradient, divergence and curl. So this is the curl of a gradient, which we know is 0. So this term is equal to 0. We'll have only del cross A, and this B dash is equal to del cross A, and del cross A is nothing but B. So we get B dash is equal to B. So even when I changed A, the magnetic field B did not change. What about electric field? E is given as that thing, minus del bar V minus del A bar by del T. What about E dash? E dash will be equal to minus del bar V dash minus del A dash upon del T, the new potential and scalar potential and the vector potential. V dash is V minus del lambda by del T. V minus minus plus del lambda by del T minus A dash will be A plus del lambda, del by del T of A minus del by del T of del lambda. This term and this term will cancel out, and we will have minus del bar V minus del A bar by del T. This is nothing but E. So you can see E dash is equal to E. So here even when I change V and A using the Gauge transformation, the electric field does not changes. That is the Gauge transformation. This is pretty simple. You mainly just have to remember the formulas. I'll not do any problems here, and we'll move forward. So now we have Poisson's equations in 4 dimensions. 4 dimensions means the time is also involved. Poisson's equation in 4 dimensions. 4 dimensions will be, time is also involved here. That will be del squared V minus epsilon naught mu naught. Del squared V upon del T square is equal to minus rho upon epsilon naught, where rho is a function of R and T. And you'll have del squared A minus epsilon naught mu naught. Del squared A by del T square is equal to minus rho upon epsilon naught, where again, minus mu naught J bar, where again J bar is a function of R and T. See, this is similar to this one. This is the, when we put the values of E and B in the fourth Maxwell's equation, we got this equation, right? So this part is similar to this part. When we change A to B, we will get rho, and when we keep A as it is, we will get J. This is the Poisson's equation in 4 dimension. And in 3 dimension we just had what? In 3 dimension we just had del squared V is equal to minus rho upon epsilon naught. Rho was only a function of R. And we had del squared A is equal to minus mu naught J bar. J bar also was only a function of R. Right? So in 3 dimensions, look, we use 3 lines, 1, 2 and 3, like 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, and in 4 dimensions you can represent this as del squared V is equal to minus rho upon epsilon naught. Rho is a function of R and T, or this thing, this is not del, it's called as D'Alembert. A is equal to minus mu naught J bar R T. This thing is called as D'Alembert. So this becomes our equation in 4 dimensions. You see, we have 4 lines, it's like a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 dimensions we had 3 lines, right? So now, before we stop, we will look into retarded potentials. Let's say electromagnetic news was sent out from some source here, and like that news came to this point here. This electromagnetic news travels with the speed of light, and in the non-static case, let's say if the source is moving, let's assume that, it is not the condition of the source right now that matters, but it is actually the condition of the source when the message was left which matters. You got that, right? I'll repeat it. Let's say electromagnetic news traveled from some source to this point, and it travels with the speed of light c. And in the non-static case, it is not the condition. And in the non-static case, it is not the condition of the source right now that matters, but the condition of the source when the message left the source is what matters. That is, I don't need this time t, I need some previous time t r, which is called as the retarded time, when this EM wave, when this news left that source. I need that time, that we can call like some previous time, some earlier time, or some retarded time. TR, and this TR is equal to T minus R by C. This T is the present time, and this R is the distance the message traveled, that is this R. Let's say this is the distance R. So this retarded time is what matters to me, not this time t. That is what you are going to look here in retarded potentials. Then the potentials for non-static case will become V of RT is equal to, okay, let me draw the diagram first. Of course, this is a non-static case. We have some source, let's say. This is the origin. Let's consider this to be the origin. Here I am writing this as r dash, okay, and there is some volume here, d tau dash. And this electromagnetic news, we are, let's say, looking at the point P. I am at point P and I am looking at here, and this distance, call it r, and let's call this distance r. Okay, from the origin to my point is r, origin to the source is r dash, and between the source and me is this r. This is r, that is the distance which the message has actually traveled to reach me. Okay, now the retarded potentials will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration rho of r dash t r divided by the distance traveled is r d tau dash, and the vector potential r bar t will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi integration j bar r dash t r divided by, again, distance the news traveled d tau dash, where this rho r dash t r is the charge density at this distance r dash at the retarded time t r, not the present time but the retarded time t r. Peace be upon you.